The pirate queen who defeated empires, vanished into legend, but her shadow still sails beneath the waves. In the shadowy waters of the South China Sea, a woman once commanded 80,000 pirates and shattered the might of empires. Not a legend, not fiction. Her name struck terror across nations, and yet history tried to erase her. This is the untold story of Ching Shih, the pirate queen. Long before the British ruled the seas, the South China Sea belonged to pirates, but none rivaled Ching Shih, a former Cantonese prostitute who had become the most feared pirate in history. Her empire didn't just plunder ships it rivaled nations, with strict laws, deep loyalty, and brutal efficiency. Born in 1775, little is known about her early life. But what we do know, she was cunning, persuasive, and fearless. She used her charm not just for survival but as a weapon. In a world where women were commodities, Ching Shih turned her disadvantages into strategic power. Her life changed forever in 1801 when she caught the eye of Zheng Yi, a powerful pirate lord. But she didn't just marry him, she made a deal. She demanded an equal share of the empire, and he agreed. Together, they began expanding their red flag fleet across Asia. Zheng Yi was a fierce tactician, but Ching Shih was the mastermind. While he conquered, she organized. She implemented a code of conduct for pirates, rare at the time, punishing rape and betrayal, rewarding loyalty, and redistributing loot. It was part dictatorship, part democracy, all ruthlessly effective. But just as their empire reached its peak, Zheng Yi died suddenly in a storm. Most women would have been discarded, widowed, or even killed. Not Ching Shih. She saw the power vacuum and filled it with fire and steel. She wasn't just taking over, she was declaring war. To secure her position, she adopted Zheng Yi's adopted son, Chung Po Tsai, as her new husband. Yes, adopted son turned consort. Scandalous? Maybe, but also genius. It united the red flag fleet under one dynasty and kept rivals from splitting the ranks. Every move was strategic. By 1807, Ching Shih controlled over 1,800 ships and commanded tens of thousands of pirates. She became the most powerful pirate in history, male or female. Her enemies weren't just merchants, they were empires. The Qing dynasty, Portugal, and even the British East India Company. Her pirates were highly disciplined. Any unauthorized looting, death, rape, immediate execution. If loot was hidden from the group, offenders faced severe public punishment. These laws weren't just rules, they were psychological warfare. She controlled chaos by engineering order. And her fleet was more than just pirates, it was an entire floating society. Families, traders, farmers, even blacksmiths lived aboard. She created a naval civilization, mobile and ruthless. It was a kingdom with no borders, built not on land, but on shifting waves of fear and control. One of Ching Shih's most ruthless tactics? She attacked coastal towns that refused to pay tribute. Villages were burned, officials were captured, and imperial troops slaughtered. The message was clear: resist and be erased. Even military forts fell under her fury, sometimes before the Qing could even react. In 1809, the Qing dynasty finally realized she couldn't be ignored. They sent their navy hundreds of warships to crush her, but it was too late. The Red Flag Fleet outmaneuvered them, captured government vessels, and even turned their own cannons against them. Embarrassment turned to desperation. The Portuguese tried next. Armed with European cannons and arrogant confidence, they believed they'd crush her fleet. But Ching Shih used the terrain of the South China Sea, luring them into narrow straits and ambushes. Their gunships couldn't maneuver. Pirates swarmed them like ghosts in the fog. Then came the British East India Company. Convinced that a woman couldn't possibly outfight them, they were wrong. After suffering unexpected defeats, their ships limped back to port. For the first time, global powers realized this pirate queen wasn't just a criminal, she was a military genius. Her most terrifying weapon? Psychology. She'd release prisoners missing ears or tongues, living warnings. She left decapitated flags on floating wreckage. Even Navy officers feared being captured alive. Her reputation became her strongest sword, often winning battles before cannons ever fired. Ching Shih wasn't just brutal, she was economically brilliant. She introduced protection rackets, controlling merchant routes in exchange for safety fees. She taxed trade, redistributed goods, and banked profits. Her pirate empire was making more money than some regional governments. But power creates enemy sand paranoia. As her empire grew, betrayals brewed. Rival pirate clans, once loyal, began conspiring. Some broke away. Others sought amnesty with the Qing. Ching Shih faced what every empire does: internal decay. But unlike others, she acted fast and mercilessly. By 1810, the Red Flag Fleet was still dominant, but war fatigue had set in. Losses mounted. The Qing, the Portuguese, and the British had teamed up, forming an alliance. For the first time, it wasn't about defeating her, it was about surviving her. And so, against all odds, the Qing offered peace, amnesty, a full pardon, not just for her, but for 17,000 pirates. She could keep her wealth, avoid prison, and walk away. But Ching Shih didn't just accept it. She negotiated it herself, sailing straight into enemy territory. At 35, she retired, undefeated. She'd outwitted kings, crushed fleets, and built an empire on nothing but fear, intellect, and willpower. She opened a gambling house, lived in wealth, and faded into civilian life. No prison, no exile, no execution, only legacy. Ching Shih's story didn't end with retirement. Her impact reshaped how piracy was viewed in Asia. She showed that power could come from order within chaos, and that even the most marginalized could command armies and empires. Her rule was a blueprint for female leadership in a male-dominated world. Despite her legendary status, history has tried to erase or diminish her role. Pirate tales focus on male captains, but Ching Shih's empire was far larger, more organized, and longer-lasting than most. Scholars today are rediscovering her, rewriting pirate lore to include her fierce, strategic mind. What made Ching Shih unique was her code of honor. She was brutal but fair. Her pirates weren't mindless criminals, but a structured society with laws and consequences. This blurred the line between pirate and state, a radical idea that threatens conventional views on law and power. Her fleet's influence extended beyond plunder. It shaped trade routes, naval strategies, and even diplomacy in the South China Sea. Many modern maritime policies and Southeast Asian folklore still carry whispers of her reign, proving that her empire never fully sank. Ching Shih's life is a reminder that power can come from unexpected places. In a world stacked against her, she rose through intelligence, ruthlessness, and leadership. She shattered gender norms centuries before feminism. Her story challenges us to rethink the true nature of strength and rule. Her retirement years were surprisingly quiet, yet she remained respected and feared. Her gamble house flourished as a center of wealth and power in Guangzhou. Some say she continued advising younger pirates or officials, weaving her influence through quiet corridors rather than open seas. Ching Shih's story lives on in pop culture, inspiring books, movies, and legends. But beyond myth, she was a complex figure, both hero and villain. Her empire was built on blood and laws, fear and loyalty. She embodied the duality of human ambition on the unforgiving sea. So what can we learn from the Pirate Queen? That history is rarely black and white. That power is messy, complicated, and often hidden in shadows. And that some legends, no matter how deeply buried, will rise again stronger, sharper, impossible to ignore. Ching Shih's legacy challenges us to look beyond traditional heroes. Sometimes, The most influential leaders don't wear crowns or sit on thrones. Sometimes they command from the waves, rewriting the rules of power and history itself. The pirate queen who defeated empires reminds us, history holds untold stories of fierce minds and fearless hearts. What other legends might still be hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered? If you want to explore more mysteries of the past and unlock secrets that shape our world, stick around and dive deeper with us.